It's time for the Leanna and Andi show, Thelma and Louise. It's our monthly collab, and in today's video we're going to be talking about our 10 top fall palettes. And I am wearing the #1 top palette for me. I'll show that last. Let's see if y'all can figure out which one it is. Hey howdy, hey y'all, Leanna here. We're getting into fall. How exciting. I'm ready for all this hot weather to be gone. It's been nice and cool here, and so that means that it's time for all of the fall smells and sounds and activities and colors. The leaves have already started to change. It's super exciting. So Andi and I are getting into the fall mood, and we want to play with all the fall makeup. I'm sure all of you know who Andi is from Andi Does Stuff. I will have her channel linked down below along with her video, so you can go see what her top 10 fall palettes are. I am not doing these in any particular order. I do have one that is my top favorite. But I did want to rank all of these because, y'all, I started out with 22 palettes on my desk. I had to get that down to 10. Hopefully that's all that's here. So let's start off with Melt Cosmetics, and I picked the Rust palette because how could you not? I mean, look at that. That is a fall palette if there ever was one. That mustardy yellow is so pretty. All of the rust and the dark browns and the pinky and kind of goldish green shimmers. This is a beautiful, beautiful fall palette. And I have another Melt Cosmetics. Apparently Melt Cosmetics loves making fall palettes because this Gemini palette as well is the perfect fall palette with those greens, and it has that black and these browns and that grungy yellow goodness right there. This is a beautiful palette. I have used it quite a bit. Another great fall palette. Are you surprised that I have another Melt Cosmetics? But I could not leave the Gemini 2 out because, you know, with all three of these palettes, you have all the fall colors, but look at these greens and these berries and down into these pinks. Oh, beautiful for fall. And, you know, now that I think about it, maybe I need to make a look with all three because, yeah, they have lots of good fall colors. My next choice is the Huda Beauty. This is the Rose Gold palette remastered. This is the only palette I own that I kept the Shade Saver because it was just too pretty to throw away. But this is a beautiful fall palette. I love these berries, and the pinks are just perfect for a nice fall with those gold shimmers. I think this is a good fall palette. Moving on to Natasha Denona, the Sunset palette. How pretty is that? Look, those oranges and this yellow right here with the browns. This as well is a beautiful fall palette, and my camera is not done. There it is. Those oranges pick up better now. Such a pretty palette. Make beautiful fall looks out of that, and I love that it has this very light shimmer because I think that you have to have that little bit of lightness too. Some of the leaves and things will turn a white. And now some of these other palettes may be palettes that you didn't look at as a fall palette. I don't know. But this is the Transition palette from Dominique Cosmetics. And I just think that this is a beautiful, soft fall palette because these shades are kind of muted. And it also has the brown berry shades, I think that this would make a very good fall palette. Moving on to Lunar Beauty, the Nude Prism palette. This as well, I think, has some really nice fall shades. They're very soft. You know, not all fall colors are crazy vibrant. Some of them will have a nice soft shade to them. So, and the shimmers in this palette, I believe, are perfect for a good fall look. Beauty Bay, the Dark Fantasy palette. I just received this palette not too long ago. It's been on my wish list for a little while, but I think this would make a beautiful fall palette as well. Those purples and the greens, and it has some browns in there as well. Beautiful. And I couldn't talk about fall palettes without throwing in a Scorpio. This Scorpio palette from Ensly Reign, I think, has some beautiful fall colors in it, with the greens and the purples and these reds, berries and oranges. Very, very nice fall palette. I have never used this palette. I think that I might try to create a look with this in November for my birthday. How many was that? I believe that was 9. That was 9. Let's do an honorable mention before we get to the number 1. And that's this little At Foresight palette, which is the ColourPop Raw Beauty Christie collab. This is just a beautiful little fall palette, so I had to throw that in as an honorable mention. And I got the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Fall Romance palette. I haven't used this either, but oh my gosh. I started to use this for this video, but we'll do that another time. Okay. For the fall look that I created, what am I wearing? The Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals palette. I love this palette. I love it so much. And it did a beautiful fall eye look. I love the cool browns in this palette, and this shade is the shade that I started off with in my transition area. And then I moved on to this beautiful rust color. And then on my lid, I have this shimmer and I have this orange shimmer here. I think that these colors are just gorgeous for the fall. Y'all let me know down in the comments what your favorite fall palette is, so I can go check it out, because, you know, Christmas is coming. Maybe I need to get a little something something. Andi, thanks so much for doing another collab video with me. Y'all go check Andi out. She's linked down below in the description box. And thanks so much for hanging out with me today and seeing what my top 10 fall palettes are. Before you go check out Andi, make sure you show that like button some love. And as always, I'd like to remind you that makeup is meant to enhance the natural beauty that you already are. And we are all beautiful at any age and any size. Find something to be grateful for today. Pull your makeup out and play with it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.